Hi everyone, today I will be talking about the documentary March of the Penguins and also answering a bunch of questions about penguin people and penguins as well. So, my thoughts on the first question are the idea of penguins turning into humans through a trick of evolution is one far distinct from reality. Their evolutionary path has led them to survive the best in aquatic environments. However, although humans have shown commitment to many different living environments in history, to humans as a species, aquatic environments has never been one to stick around for. So, as we can say, this change of species would not be very easy for the birds, as the human anatomy is not the best choice for aquatic lifestyle. So, one of the major reasons for that is the way human respiratory system is not up to par with the penguins when it comes to holding breath underwater, therefore limiting the penguins' main food source, which is small marine life found also underwater. Also, another that I can think of is the special conditions needed for human reproduction. A human baby must be cared for by the parents profusely, while penguins lay eggs and keep the baby in a pouch and a brood pouch on their stomach, which the human anatomy does not include. So this problem with reproduction could eventually be the end of human penguins, as there is no chance of life for any species without reproduction. To put it shortly, the human anatomy is fascinating in its own ways and also has shown to be very adaptive to many environments. But when put into a situation where it needs to perform well in aquatic habitats, it is not the best choice there is. My thoughts on the second question is the journey for life, no matter the species, holds out the same purpose, which is to mate and reproduce. Carrying out your species one more generation ahead is the main goal of survival for many wild animals. And that's where we differentiate from the animal kingdom. Humans do not act purely based on instinct. We have our own rules based on what is right, what is wrong, what is appropriate, and what is not. So this carries the question in this transformation of penguins to people. Would there be a transformation of intelligence? Because if not, the journey itself is not a matter of choice other than choosing a suitable mate to mate with. It is just a survival instinct put in by nature to carry out the ultimate mission, which is reproduction. So, my thoughts on the third question. Finding shelter in this cold climate that penguins call their homeland can be quite challenging for the average human body or human penguins. At first, these scurry creatures would scatter to the nearest ice caves, seeking warmth from the freezing winds that conquer the land. Further down the path, penguin humans might treat themselves to an igloo type structure as seen in Inuit people because of its location ability and easy construction properties. This transformation of shelter type, as you can notice, is getting closer and closer to a house, though still quite far. The reason for this is the perfect conditions we have created for ourselves in the modern world is the answer to humans' need for shelter. It is the perfect environment for humans to thrive in, and thus the penguin humans would not drift that far off from the main idea, which is a secure home. So, my thoughts on the fourth question. Although the difficulties faced by the penguin people would not be easy, when it comes to protection, human anatomy is much more suitable for not only avoiding threats, which is supported by the fact that we can run very far without getting tired, but also handling them as well. Because the agility and strike power that comes with having long lips instead of bird flaps like the penguins have is a great difference that the penguin person will experience. Not only on the ice but inside the water, with the penguin person's natural instinct to swim coming from its penguin side, the anatomy of a human will not hold it that far back from other animals. However, this is considering the respiratory problems and hypothermia inside the freezing waters is not an issue. Human penguins would adapt well to threats around and they could protect themselves. And at last, the fifth question. If the penguin people adapting to the cold had needed an instinctual way of getting warmer, they might have consulted to the following acts. Transfer of body heat is one way of warming up that basically combines more than one different body temperature into a new, warmer temperature. By using this method, large groups of penguin people could find warmth at once, creating one big warm ball of penguin humans. One other method for keeping warm for penguin people in this harsh environment can be through intense physical activity that triggers a warming sensation for the average human body. Considering this is also the case for the penguin people, inside their enclosures they could be doing jumping jacks, squats, or even running in place just to keep warm through the harsh climate. Another method for penguin people to keep warm would be through hunting, which got us normal humans through the toughest of times. By hunting, another animal that is better at keeping body heat higher and wearing the fur of the skin as an act of survival and not an accessory, the penguin people could ensure their survival.